everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Executive Replicas, or Loose Collector Vampirella, everybody's favorite sexy vampire from the comics. Now, I personally have never read a Vampirella comic, but everyone is aware of who she is. She made her debut in the 60s, and is still around today. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, Vampirella, Dynamite. Here she is in the package. Looks like some knives, alternate face, etc. One side, here she is. Other side, same character, different pose. On the back, here she is in one of her signature poses on a tombstone. And at the bottom, there's a barcode, in case that helps anybody. I got this figure from Big Bad Toy Store, pre-ordered it a long time ago, and it's finally here today. So no further ado, let's open it up. Alright. Now that this figure out of the package, here she is with all of her accessories laid out. She comes with plenty of cool stuff. She has 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands, a different angry face, 2 faces, a bat, 2 knives, and then a removable cape. But before we take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is Vampirella. She made her comic debut in 1969 under Warren Publishing Comics. Eventually, she passed on to Harris Publications in 91 and is currently made by Dynamite Entertainment starting in 2010 through now. Her real name is Ellen Normandy. She's a vampire. She has a ton of abilities, including shape-shifting, immortality, superhuman healing, superhuman strength, superhuman speed, night vision, flight, hypnosis, and telepathy. The whole point of her is really just being this sexy vampire character to sell issues, and it damn sure works. So let's check out the figure. Starting with her face, looks pretty good. Red lips, earrings, hair flowing in the wind. She's got that skin-tight bikini, even smaller than bikini. You can even sort of see the nipple sticking out there. Nice attention to detail. Red fingernails, looks like single-jointed elbow, double-jointed knees. Everything looks pretty good from the back there. Thigh-high boots. Well, a little bit less than knee-high. Overall, it's a good-looking figure. I've always wanted to have a representation of Vampirella in my collection, and here it is. And just a closer look at her face and head sculpt. One little comment or observation about her: she can be quite difficult to stand. Figure has high heels there. And she's articulated. It's got some rockers in the ankles, but it's kind of difficult to get her to stand. You gotta get the balance just right. And here's the figure broken down as far as she can go, with all of her removable parts detached. Now let's check out her accessories. And let's start off with her hands. She has a total of 6 hands, 3 right hands, and 3 left hands. Here she is, with her first pair of hands. These are her more normal hands. They would look good relaxed at her sides. Then, with her second pair of hands, this is a pair of gripping hands to hold her knives. And then her third pair of hands, this is a pair of clawing hands. I would totally let her claw me up, although it would probably be horrible and I would just die. Now let's look at her heads. She has 2 of them, one with a normal expression, one with an angry expression like she's about to bite somebody. Here she is, with her first head. This one has the more normal expression. Then, with her second head, this one has the angry expression. Now let's look at her cape. It's red on the inside. You can see the different sort of folds and material there. Black on the other side. It's made of a little bit of a harder material than I'm used to for a cape. I mean, it has some give to it, but less than some of the other figures I mess with. Here's Vampirella without her cape on, and then here with her cape attached. Now let's look at her bat. It's a little black bat. Decent sculpting detail on the wings. The head's very small. It's got a little sort of ring here that she can put her finger through and hold the bat. And here she is holding that bat. It's attached to her finger. Maybe it's just supposed to be flying above her hand. Now let's look at her knives. She has 2 of them and they're identical. The blade looks very good. It's sort of bent, warped. The handle has a pretty good amount of sculpting and paint detail on it. Here's Vampirella holding those 2 knives. Now they've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and her accessories. Now let's check out her height. From bottom to the top of her head, standing at about 6.5 inches tall, which can translate to 16.5 centimeters. Now for articulation, starting with her head here. Of course, she can rotate from side to side. She can look up, down, pretty good amount. Can tilt her head from one side to the other. Shoulders, a ball joint, goes out more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. She's got a bicep cut hidden very nicely. Single jointed elbow, but it goes in a little bit more than 90 degrees. Her wrist can rotate, and it's going to be hinged. In her torso, she's got a ball joint, can rotate around, forward and back. Boy, she can really stick those things out. The waist is one solid piece. Legs, complete as the splits. Ball joints. Rotation's non-existent. They go forward all the way, back not much. She's got sort of a thigh cut, but it's above her knee. Double jointed knees below that. They go all the way in. Then her ankle here, forward and back. Tilt rock. No traditional rotation. I guess you get that in the knee. Here's Vampirella inside of a church. She doesn't look very happy. I don't think any vampire's happy when they're in a church. And here she is, laying down in a cemetery. Now let's check her out next to some other action figures. I don't have any other Vampirella or Loose Collector figures, so let's start off by checking her out next to some other vampire figures that I have. Here she is, next to Darla and Drusilla, a couple of vampires from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. And here she is, next to a custom Nocturna. Nocturna is a Batman villain with vampire-like qualities. Then, next to a Toy Biz Marvel Legends Wesley Snipes Blade figure. And here, next to a Toy Biz Marvel Legends Dracula. Then, next to a Mattel Batman Unlimited Vampire Batman. And here she is, next to a couple of NECA Universal Monsters Dracula figures. Then, next to a NECA Monsters Count figure. And here she is, next to a McFarlane DC Multiverse Vampire Batman and Vampire Joker. Now let's check her out next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how she fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you know what lines you can mix her with. Since she's a loose collector figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger. Here she is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. And here she is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. Here's Vampirella, next to a pack of Scripper sponges. Then, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here she is, with some Mafex figures. Then, next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here she is, next to some Mezco 112 collected figures. And now, next to some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. Then, next to some Mattel wrestling figures. And here she is, standing with some NECA figures. Then, next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here she is, with some McFarlane toys. And now, with some DST or Diamond Select toys. And finally, next to some Jack-specific wrestling figures. So overall, it's a very nice figure. Her articulation is pretty good. Sculpt and paint job are excellent. Accessories are really cool. Now here are the complaints I have. Not a fan of how you have to swap the hair with the heads. I get it. The company was trying to save a few cents by not including the hair with each head. But it can not sit very snug easily and cause a gap there. Yes, it's all because of you, if you don't notice that, but it's just very easy to do. And also, her ankles. My God, she is a pain in the ass to stand up. Although she hasn't fallen over in the last 5 or 10 minutes. That is something very frustrating and annoying. If I were to rate this figure, I'd give her an 8 out of 10, but the fact that she's really hard to stand brings her down to a 7, but those big old titties brings her right back up to an 8. It's a very good looking figure. I've always wanted a Vampirella figure, and this one does not disappoint. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.